Welcome to this video, and in this video we're going to be taking a peek at the newly released 4K limited edition version of The Lighthouse by Robert Eggers. This limited edition release came out in June 2023 and it's loaded with loads of juicy extras. Before we get into the actual extras and see what's included in this edition, I think it's worth having just a recap of what this film is actually about. The film is about two lighthouse keepers who are on an island together, and the tale is about their descent into madness and how their isolation on this island, prolonged by the bad weather, causes them to basically lose their minds. It's a very hallucinogenic film, it's quite trippy, and it's also presented unusually in black and white and in a square kind of format rather than widescreen. So this film, directed by Robert Eggers, is an unforgettable cinematic experience, I think. And it defies conventional storytelling, and it delves somehow deep into the psyche of the two main characters. It's set against a hauntingly desolate backdrop. They really are in the middle of nowhere. There's no other humans around. And I think this film is a masterclass in atmospheric tension and psychological unravelling over the length of the film. So Eggers' unique directorial style, and I really liked his The Witch film as well, and it really shines through in every frame of this film, and he really immerses the audience in this world that feels both sort of otherworldly and of an old time, but also intensely sort of claustrophobic. Some of those shots with the characters sort of in sharing a bedroom, they're practically kind of touching each other. There's just no room. I think the actual squareness rather than widescreen as well of the picture seems to help to exaggerate that claustrophobia as well. The black and white cinematography helps to accentuate that timelessness, I think, and you really feel like you're being transported back to, I don't know, 19th century in this lighthouse somewhere off the New England coast, and that stark contrast adds to the foreboding mood as well in the film. And it paints this picture of just kind of like hopelessness and desolation, and that really mirrors the mental turmoil inside those two characters' minds. But direction aside, I think what really makes this film tick and what makes it so powerful is the performance of those two main characters. So you've got Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe, and it's like I watched this film and I thought, why have these two not been in a film together? They seem to complement each other so well and they play off each other, and they're almost trying to out crazy each other as well in the film. You're never quite sure which one's winning, to be fair. So Willem Dafoe's character Thomas Wake is the main keeper, if you like, and Pattinson's character is just kind of his assistant. And that's how it's set up anyway. Some of the kind of the monologues that you hear as well, that the dialogue between these two, monologue, I don't know, they sort of like, there's only two of them, so it's a dialogue, isn't it? But it's very poetic. It's almost slightly Shakespearean. You really have to concentrate to actually listen to kind of what they're saying, I think. It's also slurred through inebriation for most of the film too. You feel really on edge when you're watching this film as well, because the first time I watched it, I wasn't really sure where it was going, where it was going to end. You got this feeling that they were losing it, and it probably wasn't going to get any better. But you weren't really sure how bad it was going to get. But it obviously gets very bad. I mean, I watched this film with my girlfriend, and she did watch the whole film with me, and I think she kind of hid behind a pillow for some bits when the tension got too much for her. But she did actually watch it with me. She didn't give up. We did get to the end. We started trying to talk in the same way they talk, in that kind of like cryptic language. Ye, and starting each sentence with that. But she won't watch it again though. Like once was enough for her. I, on the other hand, this is the kind of film that I can revisit many times because it's a very rich film. You can see kind of new stuff every time you watch it as well. So the other thing about the film is I think the lines between reality and kind of illusion or delusion are quite deliberately blurred throughout, and you're not quite sure whether it's the madness, whether it's the fact that they're drunk. Yeah, this sense of paranoia just keeps it ticking along, and it just makes it quite unpleasant to watch in places. So with this sense of unease, you've also got some other things thrown in there. There's the sort of there's the appearance of maybe a mermaid in the film, and there's also the seagulls as well, and of course the tower itself, this towering tower which they need to maintain and look after. So the cinematography is very artistic. It's quite slow paced. So there's a couple of things that, this film might not be for everybody. That the slow pacedness, it unravels very slowly, but also that sort of level of kind of psychological tension, that might be quite off-putting for some people. But that's what I kind of love about this film, actually. So with that all said, let's have a look at what you get in this specific limited edition. Right, here it is. So are we ready to get cracking?
Give it to me!
Let's get on with it then. Arrow release, Arrow video. It's a 15 certificate. There's some stuff on the back. It's a bit difficult to read all of this, so I will present this information at the end, towards the end of the video. So it's got a kind of a slipcase, which is nice. And this is some new artwork that's specifically designed just for this release. Very good. Put that to one side. And we've got the actual case. I think the black outline goes well with the black and white design, actually. What have we got here? So there's the UHD disc. And we've got some postcards. Let's have a little look at these. Might send these to people. They've all got the same back. There's the light. Very good. So that's them. And then we've got, what's this? I think, is this the poster? Yes. The fold out poster. You know what this is going to look like. I can just about get it on. There we got that one. That's a good one. And then that one as well. Very good. I'll just fail to fold this up like I normally do. Oh no, I've managed to do it, that's good. So the last thing really to scrutinise is this little booklet, which is very plain. Just says in little writing,
the Lighthouse on the spine.
And even tinier.
Arrow Films logo there.
Contents, got the cast and crew. Art of the fart. I think that's, the farting in this is made so much worse because of the claustrophobia. You can't escape that fart. Pretty Pattinson poses personality puzzle. I don't know what that is. American Madness. The Lighthouse. About the transfer and some credits. It's a nice little book. It's quite thick pages. So yeah, there's the crew and the cast. Just 3 people. There are some people at the start who are kind of coming off the island as they're arriving, but they're not counted in there, obviously. I like the text as well, the white text on black background. So I won't read all this out. If you're interested in this, you can buy it yourself and read it. I think these are the same as the postcards that we've just looked at, aren't they? These choice stills. Smells quite nice, this book as well. It's got that new book smell. So it's a nice little book. This is fairly short. But does the job. I'll have to come back and read this. See what they're saying. Oh, there's a colour photo. That's unusual, isn't it? Taking me a bit by surprise. So yeah, there's the 59 pages long. Some more production credits here. Yep, all very good. So there we go. That's what you get in the limited edition box. In case you were wondering, just got to put it all back together again now. Pop those in there, and pop these back in the slipcase if you can. Very good, excellent,
impressive.
thanks for watching this video. Thanks for bearing with me.
That's it. End of story.
Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll hopefully see you next time. Bye for now.